What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm going to be using this team. This is certainly a team. This team was created by Dongyun Yum, and I saw it over on John Luke's channel, so I'll make sure to link both of them in the description below. But this team is just awful. We do have Iron Boulder here with Choice Band and Rock Tera Mighty Cleave. Mighty Cleave goes through Protect. This can hit pretty hard, and it gets a speed boost on electric terrain. So there is one good thing here on this team. The rest of this team is absurd. We've got a physical Kyogre with Liquidation, Body Slam, Heavy Slam with Steel Tera, and Sheer Cold. We've got a physical Miraidon with Electric Seed, Tera Flying, Acrobatics, Swords Dance, Supercell Slam, Protect. Okay, we've got a Brute Bonnet here on an electric terrain team, so Spore is not very useful, and it's a special attacker for some reason, with Pollen Puff, Dark Pulse, Spore, and Rage Powder. We've got Thundurus here. Thundurus is cool. Eerie Impulse and Scary Face are good support tech. Electric Terrain to get the terrain back up if you really want it. Thunder's pretty good in the rain. Thundurus ain't bad. And then finally Iron Valiant, who will get a speed boost and be able to coach this Kyogre and this Miraidon and maybe even Boulder. This team is going to be hard to get anything done with, but it looks so fun. Swords Dance Miraidon, no one will see coming. Maybe we can land a Sheer Cold with Kyogre at some point. Boulder is a cool Pokemon, even though it's not quite where it needs to be, I think. But we'll give it a shot. I'm ready to have some fun. You ready to have some fun? Let's get into it. Alright, we've got Kyogre and Ice Rider. Incineroar, Urshifu, Landorus, and Farigiraf. Alright, so it's mostly a rain team with some Trick Room on it. Ooh. Okay, what I can do against an Incineroar lead is not much. But I have the ability to coach something up to make it highly resilient against Ice Rider. That could be useful. Maybe even the Kyogre? Kyogre's a little awkward because we're going to get intimidated and we're a physical Kyogre. Boulder would be nice. Probably gonna get faked out right away though, and pretty weak to Kyogre. Priority moves won't be particularly useful. I'm gonna go coaching Kyogre lead. I could go, yeah, coaching Kyogre, Boulder, Bonnet. That's my call. I'm not going to bring Miraidon to this one. I think Terraflying Miraidon is not good into Cali Ice Rider. And we can actually use our Spore if we don't set Electric Terrain. And they don't have a trainer card. Well, let's see if we can get this win here. Incineroar is the lead with Calyrex. Okay. I was worried about that. Especially bad because Cali Ice Rider, unless it Terras, is immune to Sheer Cold because it's an Ice type. So that is a little bit awkward. I'm going to go straight for coaching into Kyogre. And I'll go for a Liquidation into Incin. That'll be some decent damage if we get it off. Alright, fake out the Kyogre to get our coaching. Cool. Defense boost on Kyogre is very nice here. And they just rip Glacial Lance turn 1. Wow. Okay, that did so much damage to Kyogre because it crit through our defense boost. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? I'm going to coach Kyogre again. We do have Pollen Puff, so we can heal it up later. The Incineroar is going to leave, most likely. So I'm just going to coach Kyogre and put a Liquidation into Calyrex. Seems like the play. Yeah, Incineroar's out of here. Hello, Kyogre. Trying to take any water move I might be throwing out. And we've got a defensive Tera from Calyrex, most likely water or grass then. Grass. Can't spore them. But we can sheer cold now. It might be the play. Take advantage of these coaching boosts, try to live as long as possible. Wonder what the speed is like on their Calyrex. Have a liquidation. It's gonna do that. That was more than nothing, I guess. Yeah, the Glacial Lance are gonna get another attack boost. You hit that sheer cold. Will I be able to Pollen Puff before Glacial Lance or after? This is a very fast proof on it. Okay. Cool. And we got the booster energy, so defense up. Love it. I think I bug Tera here. Calyrex is the bigger threat. Pollen Puff my own Kyogre. Start ripping sheer colds. Let's do it. We got 2 defense boosts. We're gonna heal up. We got a defense boost, sort of, on Brute Bonnet from the booster energy. Kyogre is unlikely to throw a water move into our Brute Bonnet this turn. All we gotta do is hit a 20 accuracy sheer cold. No problem. We'll probably have 2 shots at it too. Kyogre might even be scared of Spore here. They're probably protects. Huh. Didn't think that would happen. Well, here, have a Pollen Puff. We are faster than their Kyogre. We can Spore it next turn if we want to. Missed the sheer cold because they protected. That one would have connected, you know? I'm counting that one as a hit. Thunder our Kyogre. Don't para. What did I just say? We'll Spore their Kyogre. Go for another sheer cold. Still got the defense boosts. Kyogre's gonna go right to sleep. I don't think they can knock out our Kyogre from here with their Calyrex unless they have Seed Bomb. Glacial Lance, that shouldn't KO anybody. Does too much to Brute Bonnet though. We hit the sheer cold, let's go! Let's go! Get out of here! We in it. We're back in this game all of a sudden. We can win this game now because of that. Oh, that's crazy. We have a Thundurus to worry about. Okay. We are Assault Vest. Maybe I should just try. Should I go for the Pollen Puff or not? Is my question. I think they're going to be able to KO our Kyogre. I'm going to go for Spore Lando and Liquidation into it. Okay, here's Sandsear. Yeah, that takes out Kyogre. But we're going to get to Spore the Thundurus because we're faster than their Kyogre. And are they going to get the only 1 turn of sleep? Nope, they stay asleep. That's fantastic. Alright, we still got a shot then. Gotta pick a move. They've already terrestrialized. We know they have Incineroar in the back. So there's really no move to click other than Mighty Cleave. Mighty Cleave plus Pollen Puff is probably enough to knock out their Kyogre. Take this. Woo, big damage. The Pollen Puff might not be enough. I expected more damage there. Not even close. Kyogre stays asleep though, which is nice. If only I had a good move. Alright. definitely Mighty Cleave the Kyogre. Landorus wakes up, I want it to be forced into Sandsear Storm so that it could possibly miss. Yeah, I think we still probably lose this match, which is really sad because they're gonna have a fake out turn against our Boulder. We're gonna be intimidated, so we might not be able to knock out the Landorus. We do stay asleep, which is nice. The Incineroar. You must fake out Boulder here. Your Landorus has been asleep for a long time. Need to Rage Powder the Landorus's attack, and then KO it with Mighty Cleave. But at -1, that's not going to KO, even with Choice Band. Fake out the Boulder. Rage Powder because you're going to Earth Power, or at least we force you to Sandsear. They stay asleep. That's pretty good. Okay. Here's the situation. They know they have to click Sandsear Storm. We can't one-shot them. They saw the Rage Powder. They know they need to click Sandsear Storm. They need to miss Sandsear Storm. I need to Spore Landorus to put it back to sleep and Mighty Cleave the Incineroar. Hopefully this is enough. Not even close. They have to Sandsear here. They do, and they connect with Cold. Okay. Good game. Oh, and it's enough to take out Bonnet. we got the sheer Cold. I'll take that. That counts as a dub. That was a good game. Critting our Kyogre turn 1, and we got to sleep turns to make up for it. We can do it. There was tons of hacks both ways. It was fun. Good game to my opponent, but please get a trainer card. Alright, we've got, ooh, a Charizard team. Pretty cool. They've got double Sun restrictions with Miraidon, Groudon, Charizard, so they really want Sun. Kyogre's got his work cut out for him. Charizard, Flutter Mane, Thundurus that probably has Sunny Day if I had to guess, and they have their own Brute Bonnet. Wow. They really want the sun up. Do I even have Rain Dance? No. Oh, this will be fun. Okay. Hover Bike is interesting with Tera flying. We can get around the Precipice Blades. Kyogre is, like, obviously coming, but in the back. Let's do Hover Bike Boulder. Kyogre in the back. Do I want my coach? We will have terrain, so we'll be fast. Could be good. Thundurus in the air. Thunder Wave isn't that great. Bonnet isn't that great if we're bringing electric terrain. Yeah, I think it is the coach here. We've got Encore, which could trip somebody up. I'll take it. They don't seem to have any fake out users, so Iron Boulder plus Miraidon could just hit the go button turn 1 and try to take some KOs. A Pikachu! Well, let's see what we can do. Groudon, Thundurus. Okay, so they can just set Sun if they want. Not too worried about that. I think I will just put everything I have into that Groudon. Which would be what? Tera Flying, Acrobatics, plus Psycho Cut. Hopefully that's enough. I guess we gotta try it, right? Throw everything I have into Groudon and just hope it works out, because Precipice Blades is gonna hurt Boulder. Better idea. Tera Flying Swords Dance. Mighty Cleave the Thundurus. So once we Terra Flying, we're a little vulnerable to what Thundurus can do. But if we Mighty Cleave it and get it out of the way, I don't even care if Boulder goes down if it takes that trade. That would be a great trade. Then we could get Kyogre in safely next turn even. Eerie Impulse, you thought. You thought. I'm not doing none of that special attacking nonsense. Here, goodbye, Thundy. Hold this real quick. Oh, you're a Rocky Helmet, okay. Precipice Blades is now totally going to destroy us. But not this one. Blades, yeah. Can you just miss the Boulder too? That'd be cool. No. Alright, Boulder, I salute you. You did your job. And may have put us into a winning position. Because now I can bring in Kyogre. Or Valiant. Ooh, no, I prefer Valiant. We could even Encore the Groudon. We could coach up for more boosts. Yeah. Yeah. And still have Kyogre in the back if I ever want to turn the sun off, which I may not even need to. Yeah, I'm going Acrobatics the Miraidon. What's the speed stat on this Miraidon? Bulky. So we're gonna have to take a hit from the Miraidon first. That's okay, yeah. Acrobatics. Coaching. That's my call. Miraidon's gonna be able to hit something, but they have to worry about me swapping in Kyogre. They have to deal with +2 defense on this Miraidon. They're gonna Tera. Must be the Miraidon, yeah. I wonder if +3 Acrobatics, what that does to that thing. I wonder if they're gonna take out Valiant. I wonder if it's gonna be in Shadow Ball range after this +3 Acro. Wonder if it's gonna Flare Blitz or Flame Charge could be a smart play. This Flame Charge. Alright, they're boosting up their speed. Not doing much damage though. Cool. Can I get this KO +3 Acrobatics with Stab? Yes! We win weather. Not that we need it really. Just Precipice Blades again, okay. I don't even think that KO was Valiant. Got good defense. Yeah. Nice. You can Encore Lock that to have Miraidon win the end game. Yeah, that's the call. With no Tera, Brute Bonnet's going down to an Acro for sure. Acrobatics. Encore the Groudon. Not that I think the Groudon has any other moves that can hit Miraidon pretty good, but... And then Kyogre probably beats the Groudon anyway. Just gotta get rid of this Brute Bonnet. Eerie Impulse. They didn't know. They shouldn't have known. Like, that's a good play. The play they made turn 1 is fantastic if this was a normal team. Yeah, now +3 attack, +2 defense. Sucker Punch. Good job, you did it. Did some damage. But yeah, now your Groudon's not gonna do nothing. Not to Miraidon at least. So we'll get several turns to Acrobatics down this Groudon. For free. Basically locked in now. They might even miss. Yeah, they missed, finally. Acrobatics. One more coaching. This is where you click forfeit. Like, maybe you had a chance before this turn. But now you click forfeit. Did not think Tera Flying Swords Dance Miraidon would work, but here we are. Alright, let's see if +4 attack Miraidon can one-shot a Groudon. Based on what we did to that Miraidon, I think it should. Let's see. Not quite. Good job, Groudon. Take out Valiant. Oh, Valiant and Boulder, they both did their jobs. They let Miraidon run away with this game. Oh, yeah. I had rain the whole time. Acrobatics is the only move I need to click. Good game. That's so silly. So silly. Yeah, battle's canceled. Probably could have done that earlier, but... Good game. Good trainer card. Alright, we've got Miraidon Lunala team. They've got Sableye, they've got Ursaluna, they've got Indeedee, and they've got Iron Hands. That is a very, very Trick Room team that also has Miraidon. I would guess they probably... It's interesting to have Sableye and Indeedee on the same team. Sableye likes to take advantage of things that Indeedee would prevent. They're going to set up Trick Room. We have Brute Bonnet with Spore, but they have Miraidon, so that's not going to be particularly useful. We can set Electric Terrain, but we don't really have much in the way of priority. Boulder is okay. If they bring in Miraidon, which is the only thing faster than it, we become faster. That's pretty nice. It could also just be do what I can with Miraidon right away. Coach it. Bring Boulder. And finally, Kyogre probably? Got a couple electric types that Kyogre is scared of. Brute Bonnet. Being unable to Spore is the problem, though. So I think these are the right four. I guess Thundurus could do something with Eerie Impulse against their special attackers. No trainer card, boo. Yeah, I Thundurus plus Miraidon. If I bring Miraidon to reset the terrain, then a Eerie Impulse something could be... Oh, they're just going for both of their special attackers right away. Okay. That's interesting. Are you gonna set Trick Room? Are you gonna let me get my coaching? My coaching isn't gonna be particularly valuable though. So maybe my play is double into the Lunala with Shadow Ball. Oh, they've got a defense boost too. Coaching is not it. Shadow Ball is nice. I think I'm clicking Shadow Ball. Question is, what am I doing with Miraidon? Do I need to defensively Tera here? Maybe. Supercell Slam will be weaker if I'm not touching the ground. I think I'm gonna go for Supercell Slam Shadow Ball, and I'm not gonna Tera Miraidon here. Alright, they don't Tera anything. They don't switch anything. We get some Shadow Ball damage. They just Volt Switch out. And one-shot Valiant, of course. Alright, they're gonna bring in a Trick Room Sweeper, probably Landorus. Not Landorus. The ground type. The bear. Ursaluna. Iron Hands. Okay. Okay. And then we get our Supercell Slam, which would have KO'd if it was a special move. And they set Trick Room. Okay. No way to stop that. They have a Fake Out turn. I'm bringing in Boulder. Can't fake us both out. And Boulder with Tera should be able to live a Moongeist Beam, maybe? So I'm going to Supercell Slam, and I'm going to Tera Rock Mighty Cleave. Guess this could be double into my Miraidon. You're unlikely to KO my Miraidon with +1 defense right now, and it has good special defense, and we're quite bulky. So Miraidon's gonna take a hit. Maybe I should have Swords Danced. The Fake Out might be into Boulder. I don't see Miraidon sweeping here, especially with the moves it has. They can't even hit their Miraidon. I don't think Swords Dance is the play. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna double into my Miraidon. No, they're gonna split their damage. Not even two-shot Boulder there. Supercell Slam does it with a crit, which we probably didn't need. And here, have a Mighty Crit. Which does very little, but something. And Sableye. Alright, that Iron Hands can knock out anyone it wants, basically. And there's so much Trick Room left. I'm gonna go Supercell Slam and Mighty Cleave in the same line. They're just setting Reflect. Okay, so you're gonna let someone get a hit off here. And it's Miraidon. Okay. Could have been better. If you have Wild Charge, Kyogre just goes. I don't win this one at all. This one's way out of hand. Let's see what Supercell Slam can do through Reflect. Good damage. Here's Kyogre the Great. Don't have any Tera available. Need a Supercell Slam. I think I need to hit a Sheer Cold on this Hands after it doesn't KO me for whatever reason. Not sure why it wouldn't. Yeah, there's Wild Charge. That's going to KO for sure. On electric terrain from an Iron Hands. Super effective. I don't have any defense boosts. Get another KO with Miraidon. All right. Yeah, no, this is not the match for me here. How could I have played this differently? I could have... Iron Hands sweeps pretty hard. I think Iron Hands is a big problem. I could have gone Psycho Cut. If I had just gone Psycho Cut, done big damage into it, there was no way for me to stop Trick Room, I don't think. Because I couldn't get rid of the electric terrain to Spore. I guess throwing a Sheer Cold turn 1, but yeah, I'm out of here. Low Kick finishes the game. Good game, well played, but please get a trainer card. Alright, here we are, Shadow Rider Zamazenta with Roaring Moon, that's cool. Urshifu, Rillaboom, Pelipper. Okay, so probably Watersh with Pelipper as a combo. Fast, offensive, Tailwind, cool. The Rillaboom doesn't matter as much as they think it does. Because my Miraidon doesn't care as much about having terrain control. Because it's physical. They don't know that. Brute Bonnet is probably my best answer into their Calyrex. So I'm going to need that. I think, yeah, Miraidon with some coaching boosts is probably the way to go. If I lose terrain, who moves first? 184? 155. Okay, yeah. Coaching plus Miraidon, I think, is a good start. Make them fear Wide Guard as well. Brute Bonnet, I think, is nice. It's the best thing I have against their Shadow Rider. And Kyogre's not bad here either. It's not good because it's a physical Kyogre, but it'll do its best. let's see what we can do. I'm actually hoping to lose terrain so I can spore stuff later. They're definitely going to bring Rillaboom. Shiny Slowpoke! Alright, what do you have for me today? I have Rillaboom Urshifu. Okay. Fake out Surging Strikes. Got it, got it. Well, if you don't fake out Miraidon, you could be in trouble. Because I'm gonna hit your Urshifu and KO it. So Surging Strikes makes more sense to go at Valiant though. I want the coaching boost. I think Supercell Slam there is a fine play. Or would Acrobatics be just as good? Acrobatics is not just as good. I'm gonna Supercell Slam. And I think... Do I preserve health on Brute Bonnet? Yeah, I'm gonna go Swords Dance. I'm gonna go Swords Dance coaching. I'm gonna see if I can sweep with Miraidon. I don't want to just get some damage off. I want to get all the damage off. Alright, they fake it out anyway. Doesn't matter what I clicked there. And close combat. Gauza. This defense boost plus some healing from the grass would be very nice. So now I'm happy to go Acrobatics into the Urshifu and Encore the Rillaboom. You could Grassy Glide to get around the Encore, but it doesn't do much for you. You could swap out, I guess. I think you'd want to click U-Turn or Wood Hammer here, though. Close combat, they are Scarf Urshifu confirmed, so they're gone. And you're locked into Fake Out. Beautiful. Yeah, I guess we saw that they were Scarf turn 1, because they're faster than Valiant. I was thinking Valiant lost its speed boost because of the grassy terrain, but Valiant should still be faster than an Urshifu unless it's Scarf. Alright, now they bring in Shadow Rider and cause some problems. Hello, Shadow Rider, causing problems. I think I give up the boost on Miraidon so I can get terrain later with Valiant. I don't want a Terra Ghost here. No, no, no. I take an Astral? Surely I can take an Astral. Yeah, good special defense. Good special defense. Brute Bonnet. Shadow Ball. You also have to worry about Wide Guard from Valiant, unless you know that I don't have it. Rillaboom's definitely going to swap. But it would have swapped after Miraidon, since Miraidon's faster than it. Yep. Show me your last. Probably Zamazenta, if I had to guess. Master Ball, Zamazenta. Makes sense. Astral Barrage, shouldn't KO anybody. Whew, that was close. Your Life Orb. I wonder if Shadow Ball picks up with that chip. I'm guessing not. Of course not. Alright, Brute Bonnet will swap last so I can get Miraidon in and get the speed boost. Even if they play some shenanigans. And I'll Shadow Ball here. Then we may have an interesting game. If they swap out their Cali... hard to say what they'll do here, because there's pressure from maybe Sucker Punch Brute Bonnet. There's pressure that I turn on Electric Terrain, Outspeed, and Shadow Ball. I can see you protecting and trying to take out Valiant. If you protect and don't take out Valiant, that would be silly. There's also Spore pressure from the Brute Bonnet. A lot going on here. We'll see what happens. They didn't swap anybody. They probably just protect and then KO Valiant. If I had to guess. No, they don't take out Valiant. Ah, because now they can swap in Rillaboom. Take the speed back. We'll bring in Kyogre. Right, bring in Rillaboom, Astral Barrage. Is one play. Bring in Rillaboom, Body Press is another play. I think I need to Shadow Ball that slot one way or another. I'm gonna launch Sheer Cold at Zamazenta, because I think that's the funniest thing to do there. They let me get the Shadow Ball. That's insane. I did not anticipate them just letting me Shadow Ball. Okay. Can I get a Sheer Cold? Nah. We're not that cool. Alright, Bug Terra Brute Bonnet is going to be what carries us home, I think. I think I'm going to let them take Kyogre here. Go for another Sheer Cold if they'll let me. They don't have to worry about Encore this time because they can Grassy Glide. Oh, they just Grassy Glide this time. Okay. So Grassy Glide Body Press. Makes a lot of sense. I lose. I can't actually beat the Zamazenta with Brute Bonnet. No, I can't actually. I needed that Sheer Cold. What's my answer into the Zamazenta then? What did I do wrong? If Sheer Cold had hit, that would have won. Iron Boulder doesn't have Sacred Sword. Thundurus Thunder? It's probably my only answer. Huh. Okay, well they're gonna Grassy Glide Valiant and Body Press here. So I Spore. And I go for a double protect to try to get a little more healing. And then maybe I can do something if I'm out of Grassy Glide range, which I don't think I would be. Get the protect. That's nice. It's a start. Zamazenta protected though. Interesting. Must have been just trying to see what our Tera was. Didn't want to go to sleep. If we can live the hit, there might be some value. Are we faster than Zamazenta? I don't even know. If we can live the hit, we would want to Pollen Puff and Encore the Zamazenta. I don't think we live this hit. Nah, no way. Okay. And just Heavy Slam. I still think Body Press is probably stronger, but that does enough damage. I am out of here. Good game. Totally different game if you hit a Sheer Cold, but Kyogre Sheer Cold's only 20, so can only do so much. Good game and good trainer card. And we are back. I'm surprised I was able to get a win with this team. This team was so fun. Thank you so much to the creator. Thank you, John Luke, as well, for showing me this team. It was a blast. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.